Juvigny Lake for our last session of the year really. Me, Danny and Jake as always. We booked this quite a while back, so wasn't too worried about what the weather was going to be like. It was just our end of year trip for a whole week. I'm quite fortunate, I've been out here twice before, different times of the year, so we're going to wait and see how it goes. I've picked second in the draw. There's a guy who's also on here called Steph. He's in peg 9. I've picked peg 7. Jake's in peg 2. Danny's in peg 4. Gonna get out on the rowing boat, find the spots, have a look about, put some bait out, and wait and see how the day goes and see how we get on. Right, so I've just got back in off the boat. Chris come out there with me with a sonar. I had a real feel about on a couple of spots I remember from the previous year. I've also found 2 new spots I'm going to try down in the margin and on a further bank. But I'm really happy with the spots. The weed is really down to what I'm usually up against when I come here. So there isn't very many features out in the water, as in looking for clear gravel patches. Everywhere's quite clear. So prominently I'm looking for little ends of shells, things like that. The water is actually up nearly 3 or 4 foot to what it usually is. So the depths I've been looking for are completely different to what I have done in the past. But basically I'm looking for little shells that are coming down. I'm going to try and fish at the bottom of the shells, or if there is any clumps of weed out there, which I have found too, I'm fishing to the side of them. So if the fish are getting in the weed, I'm still going to get them at the side with the bait. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Just thought I'd quickly run you through the rigs. I've gone for quite a long rig. It's actually 10 inches in size. Basically it starts off with a burton bait roller winter special pop-up, just a normal bottom bait, 15mm, with a fang X twister, with a slight bit of silicone on the shank of the hook, with a little bit of silicone, just a normal sinker about 1 inch away, going down the hook link to a quick link system with a silicone tube to go over the top, keep it all neat. I'm going to try this in various different colours. As you can see here, I've got pre-tied ready. Various different colours. To try throughout. I'm going to give it the first night. I'm going to put some bait out now. Going to let them settle down, see how we get on. Hopefully we get one on the first night. We just have to wait and see, I suppose. Everyone seems to be out on the boat, so there is a lot of commotion. Wish us luck, I suppose. Cheers. Right, so I'm just settling in for the first night. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll have a fish on the bank. We'll just have to wait and see. It has started to rain, really foggy, and there's some really bad lightning on its way. Just going to have to see what the week brings. Hopefully I'll wake up with a carp, and so do Danny and Jakey. Morning all, first night over and done with. Unfortunately none of us have led into any carp. A lot have been showing, to be honest, a lot of jumping out, all different places of the lake, to be fair, not just in one place, certainly out in the middle of the lake, so they are up and down at the moment. So is the water level, unfortunately. As you can probably see, water's come up 6 inches overnight. The swimmers are certainly covered, so you've got to have your wellies on, but the temperature dropped at early hours, but it's starting to pick up now. Hopefully I'll get back out on the boat, double check the spots today and try and find some more, put some H-block markers out and treacle some bait in, try and work them for the next couple of days, leave the rods out on the spots that I've already got them on, and just keep moving them about and working the spots. We'll see what that brings. I'm going to go around and see how Jakey and Danny's getting on, and have a chat with Steph as well. He's from Belgium, so a bit of a different style of fishing from him, so we'll have a chat with him and I'll see what I can learn from him, I suppose. All different. And yeah, speak to you later on. Cheers. So it's the third day. Didn't have anything at all yesterday, so didn't even video anything because nothing was happening at all. The fish were boshing out in the night time, but nothing at all for me. Danny had a small one, 20 something pound. Got some photos at the end. I'll show at the end of the video of that. So he's on a bit of a high, although he'd like to have had a bigger fish than that, obviously. A fish is a fish, and now definitely feeding his area. Steph, who's in peg 9, he's also had a a nice 40 mirror, and so he's over the moon. That's his trip made already. He's only here for 5 days, so to drop in and get a 40 already, he's really happy. If I can get some pictures of that, I'll show them at the end as well. But for me and Jakey, we're struggling down this end, if I'm honest. We really are. So going to put the bait back out today. I've refined the rigs a bit, or I've shortened the rigs up basically. Not so long now, they're down to 8 inches rather than 10. And yeah, I'm going to wait and see how I go. The weather temperature tonight's meant to drop again, even though the water level's still rising. We are expecting rain and thunderstorm again, so we'll see how it goes really. It's starting to do me head in a bit, to be honest. It's staying calm and patient, I suppose. Chris the bailiff and owner has said stay on the spots. Leave your rods out for nearly 48 hours if you need to. They will get on it, but they are taking their time to get on it. It's been a slow couple of weeks. I know the guys before us did do quite well. They had quite a few fish out. And I think where there's only 4 of us, and 3 of us later on in the week, the fish have got more room to move about. We're just trying to locate them as quickly as possible and obviously get on them. So let's see how it goes really.
Awesome.
There we go, lovely 40 pound common. It took a few days to get it. Real hard work in the bay. Really had to set my mind to it, to be honest, because it was getting really frustrating. None of us were catching. Danny's managed to have a really small one this morning. And yeah, caught this on a Burton bait rollers, special pop-up. And yeah, I'm really pleased with them. Really pleased with this fish as well now, to be honest. Slight hairy out in the weed in the boat, got me really shook up. But once we've got it in, we're all sorted. Hopefully we'll get another one throughout the week. See how it goes. Thanks. There we go, just releasing the 40 pounds straight back into Marne Valley, Juvigny Lake. If these are what you're after, then contact Chris and get yourself out here. 4 bales of gold. Right, so I've had that 40 pound common and I am absolutely ecstatic with that. Yeah, that's really made my trip. I waited it out for over 48 hours on them rods. Big, massive thank you to Burton Bait Rollers for getting them out to me as quick as he could. The pop-ups are just awesome. I've actually got, here's some white ones here. Just got some white 12mm winter specials. And I've also got some black dumbbells, black 12mm, white 12mm, white dumbbells. Give him a contact on Facebook and I'm sure he'll send you out whatever it is you're looking for your specific water. Really done me a treat this time, and to be able to say I caught a 40 on it is just absolutely amazing. I'm so happy for it. Going to get the rods back out straight away, obviously. Capitalise it if we can. No one else has had anything else yet. Poor Jakey's over in number 2 still with no fish. Going to go around later on and see what he's up to and see if we can help him out a bit, and maybe get back out on the boat with him. We need to get him a fish now, you know, we've all had one. Alright, Danny's weren't the biggest, but we do need to all have a fish before we leave, and that's the next challenge now. So definitely a barbecue tonight, and have a nice drink just to celebrate, and yeah, really, I'm just over the moon. Cheers. So it's the 5th day, almost to the end of the week now. Had a really good week, although it's been really, really hard. The water has kept rising on us all throughout. Weather hasn't been with us either, with the heavy thunderstorms and rain and wind. Sunshine's finally come out on the 5th day, so nice to get everything dry. Jake had a lovely 33.5 pound common this morning out of peg 10 after moving. Took a bit of convincing to get him round there, but when we did get him round there was a lot of fish showing in the area. He put a good spread of boilies out over there, which he's trying for Clarky, and as soon as he got them out there, within a few hours he said he was on the rods and into a fish. So really pleased for him. That's made up for him really, to be honest. He struggling in peg 2. As soon as Steph left peg 9, we had to get him straight over there to a fish, and he did that. So you never know, the fish is still really in his area. You can see him keep boshing out over there, and hopefully he'll have another one. I've moved my rods around to the centre of the lake now, dead in front of peg 7, hopefully trying to pick them off through the middle channel. Nothing else has been showing down on the left-hand side of the lake, and really slowed up on that side. Danny's had a small catfish, so that puts Danny on two small mirrors and a catfish, Jake on a 33.5 common, and me on a 40 pound common, obviously from the other day. So it's a slow week for us, to be honest. Can do a lot better at Marne Valley, to be honest. It's just one of them weeks, you know. Weather was against us, and the rising water level, apparently that doesn't help either. Not something I'm used to be honest. So who knows? I will certainly be back out here again, whether it be in the winter or the early spring. I know there's a few people already contacting me about coming out here, and certainly be something I look to do again. Love it out here. Chris is always really helpful out here. Last night tonight, as I said, I've moved my rods around, I've rebaited, really given them some bait tonight, ready for the next 12 to 13 hours. We are leaving a couple of hours earlier than what we should, but that's for us to be able to travel back in better time. Been a really good week, and if there is anything else, then hopefully I'll show you, but if not, enjoy the pictures that some of the lads have taken, and tight lines.